Again. Okay, we'll do the rest of this for practice. Okay, good enough practice, I guess. I don't know why I'm getting hit by that shit. Adieu. I Bartek. Porates.
Open your eyes. Gaze upon the new world.
Mistake. Got the count chat.
The new world belongs to us.
Dead. Let's do it again. One mistake. Hi, Triptych. 8 years? I haven't been alive for 8 years. What are you talking about? Only 7 years old, man. Only 7 years old.
Light to the followers of the truth!
good enough. 3 to 4 months after Dark Souls 3 release. Yeah, that does make sense. 8 years ago, huh? Crazy how this boss has the same physique. Yeah, man, that is crazy. That's crazy. Unheard of even. Too early. I'm obtasic. I wouldn't say so, no. I am by family, yeah. But I'm not. Yeah, it's very similar to Scrap Watchmen, but different timings. It's like an upgraded Scrap Watchmen, basically. That's good. I think we'll just start then. I'm doing good. YGC just woke up. No handstands today. Just did a little bit of a light morning routine, less than 10 minutes. Drank some water. Started defrosting my ground beef, which I should have done earlier.
Ah, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Ready to give run a solid effort today.
Please escort him to the hotel.
Gotta do, so the plan today is do a couple of runs,
Find something.
a little bit of time, spend a little bit of time doing a couple of runs. Then when I need a break or when it's not working, I'm gonna eat. Should be in about 3 to 4 hours. I'm gonna eat. After I eat, I'm gonna take a quick rest, do whatever I need to do, and then I'm gonna stretch. I can stretch after I eat. That's not a big deal. Stretch, and then I'm gonna do my workout. I'm gonna do my pull day. And after that, I might even eat again. Have a protein shake or something. And from there, I will probably do another run. And after that, I will have my last meal of the day. Oh, you'll ground my beef? Oh, man. That's nice, thank you. Thanks, Casey. Why you not join the porn industry? I've seen some interviews with male porn stars, and there's basically two common themes. First common theme is they regret it, they don't like it, and it's changed them and warped them and made them into something that they're like, why did I do this? That's one. And the second theme is they're just degenerates. And I don't really want to, I don't want either. I would not like either pathways in my life, so I will opt out, sorry, not warp.
You ought to out here.
Thank you, Surpler, for that. Thank you very much for that. That was great, man. Although that doesn't apply in every scenario. Just so you know.
Mention the hotel security excludes puppets like you.
Have you heard of Sam's Tailor? I haven't.
You're a special puppet after all.
What is that?
Sophie must. I was like, please look at Gemini. That's proof. I'm knowing. Wait, Krat, be careful.
Chad, I'm not going to talk to you today.
I'll use my.
Groot.
I heard you should.
These dad jokes are taking more cognitive load than I want them to.
I know my. I know my.
They're like the shitty riddles that you read in, and like you get like a $2 book, and then it's like funny jokes to tell your friends, and then and it's the first line is that bedroom one, and there's like bonus joke for the generation of today, and it's like what Triptych just said, and it's like those books that are worth negative money, like you read them and you feel worse off. That's what's happening right now. I'm not reading that. Not reading that. I'm just not talking to you guys. Listen, I'm here to get the run, not to be entertaining, okay? You guys want to be entertained?
Hey, let's be more careful. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys.
There's a billion other streamers. Well, probably not a billion, but millions of other streamers.
Where we're safe.
They'll tell you dad jokes right back.
The regular rich people row. You wanted fancy boutiques and shops. No place there. That was long ago.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Frenzy.
To read your shitty dad jokes. Oh, ho, ho. Just things that just make no sense. There's a waste of words. I think dads start telling jokes because they like to be little shits to their kids, and dad jokes are the best way to do it, because it's not like they can be like vulgar, but they can be playfully annoying. Unfortunately, the playfully annoying thing towards their kids propagates towards the rest of the world, and then you get these situations. Do you ignore shit? No, I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not in a bad mood. Don't worry. I'm just trying to conserve my mental stamina as best as I can. It's like, you guys don't understand. It's like, for me, how do I put it? You have to give me the proper things to work with. Otherwise, I'll be upset. So if you give me like Brussels sprouts, then I'll just look at you and be just, annoyed. Other people, they love Brussels sprouts. It's fine. Me, no. I don't like Brussels sprouts.
Jeepers. Is that a...
But then if you give me steak, I'll be like, oh, that's nice. Thank you for the steak. That was delicious. Here, we can have fun together with the steak. Cool. But you guys like to give like a mixed bag of Brussels sprouts and steak because you don't know what you're doing. Does that make sense?
Come out, Geppetto! You've got a lot to answer for! You know what's your...
Wait, you're the devil. Can't sneak past me?
Die!
Are you a dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
He's acting weird, man.
I'll kill you both, then shoot.
I'll kill you both. Oh, okay.
It's a triumph, but in order. Won't you?
Oh, boy. Yeah, the way I'd put it is like... How do I put it? Time to chop trees? What? Okay. There's like a... Think about it like this. There's like a... I guess this is with everybody. There's stuff you like talking about and being prompted about. And for me, it's not necessarily that I like talking about a specific topic or subject. It's more... I like being engaged in something. So if you give me something that's very unengaging, then I get grumpy and annoyed if it happens too much. I get irritated because I'm like, this is horrible. It's like it's like talking to little kids without any of the good stuff about little kids. It's just very unengaging. You're like, what am I doing? But if you give me stuff that's engaging, that's good. That's good stuff. Because then it's like, oh, that's cool. I like seeing if I can explore this topic and do it well. If I can translate the words properly to come upon some conclusion. Jeez. Nah, I don't want to talk about that. That's not engaging, man. I can't help. Okay. Well, it's fair, chat. I'm just gonna focus on this run regardless. I don't want to talk about anything. I don't. I want to just get this run. Okay. I only have so much energy that sleep has given me. Okay. Did you eat an orange today? That's funny.
You say he's on. I'll use my.
Always. Speaking of my friend, remember, be careful. Beware. You can get from City Hall.
Quickly fight bosses to practice without running. Save file organizer. Or just make save files manually yourself. Which game has the cooler looking bosses?
Here it is. The Nini works.
I was gonna say Elden Ring, but then I remembered Radon and how he just like zooms around on a clown car horse.
Brilliant inventor in Krat.
Very cool.
Just ask him. Not just puppets. Almost every machine and tram in Krat is supplied from here. You gotta be careful.
I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Like obviously Elden Ring has more bosses. And Elden Ring is like a more fantasy aesthetic, which is generally cooler, but I'm trying to think. There's Millennia, but then Morgott looks like Margit. Looks like other Margit. That's actually interesting, actually.
Oh, this place gives me the creeps.
Are Morgott and Margit
Something's gonna jump out
related?
in a second. It's okay, pal. Gemini's looking out for you.
There's Rickard. Big Snack. Godfrey. Like everything looks almost mutated and a little bit grotesque, but not completely. Not completely. Thanks, MMCV. Morgott is Margit? Oh, sorry, no. No, I made a mistake. Not Morgott and Margit, Moog. Moog and Margit, or Morgott and Moog. And then there's the dragons, like you have Plastidussex and I mean they that's the thing, they look cool, but they aren't really. Hi, Secret Berserker.
Ooh, admirers seem to follow me everywhere.
Nice. That's good. And then I guess there's like who's the last boss in Elden Ring? not Elden Beast. Like, Elden Beast is kind of cool, but also fucking weird. Just a big... It's like a Princess Mononoke thing. Who's the boss before that? Godfrey. Radagon. There we go. Radagon. Radagon is like, you know, is interesting because there's the female form and then the male form. So I would say interesting, but cool, I don't know. That's a tough one. I like the bosses in this. Like, the bosses in this look cool. Simon doesn't. Simon looks weird.
A little help.
But Andreas is a cool looking boss. Watchman is a cool looking boss. Victor. I think the Victor, I don't think he's a cool looking boss. I think he's very ordinary. He's just a lot of fun. Oh, Mogis' twin brother. There we go. Makes sense.
I picked up. Why don't Mr. the puppets? I heard he.
I think probably Placidusax. No. There's Malekith. Oh, there's Malekith. There's Malekith Phase 2. Malekith Phase 2 is a really cool looking boss. He's a little bit clunky in how he moves, which is not as cool. Like, he doesn't move as if he's a big cat. He moves a little bit differently. Almost like he's a robot cat. But he looks cool. Yeah, I'd say Elden Ring has the cooler looking bosses. Now that you add Malekith into the picture. And of course, Millennia. I guess it depends on the aesthetic you're looking for. If you like machines, you know, this is a little bit better, but yeah, Elden Ring has the fantasy aspect. Good. Do you use some type of glove shoes? What? What do you mean? Like, do I put gloves on my hands so I can do handstands? No, I just do it on my hands. I guess the closest thing to glove shoes would technically be blocks, but those aren't really gloves. floor.
Could they be from Moonlight Town? Oh, did puppets do this?
Do you want to go?
The Cathedral.
Are you?
You've been.
I am.
Even if it. Child. Only the worthy may pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Pilgrims.
You guys want to listen to Jiminy? Should I leave him? I'm gonna urinate quick, actually. Oh, I forgot to turn voices back on. Oh no. It just kind of looks like they're doing dance moves. You need a really good memory? Nah, not really. Just do it over and over and over again. Eventually it becomes muscle memory. It's not like I remember every single thing. It's not like, if you ask me, like, okay, like, what do you do? Well, you do this. You kill puppet person. Puppet parade master. Parade puppet. Okay, then what do you do? And then, you go and you pick up this and then you, like, I don't have it sequentially memorized. It's not like that. It's just, it's like riding a bike. You just kind of do it. Okay, this is actually really bad. Okay. Managed it, but yes, really bad RNG there. Let's turn voices back on. We'll be patient. Chat. We'll be patient here. Good morning, Kobe. Good RNG. How you doing? I'm doing good. How you guys doing? You guys doing good too? Humanity needs more people like you. Oh, thank you. That's sweet. I don't know though, man. If humanity had more people like me, we'd probably blow the planet up or something. I don't think anything good would come of that. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know about that one. One of me is probably enough. I have a trash meeting? What's a trash meeting? Just a meeting about people being jerks. Oh, like an HR thing? It's interesting, man. It's very interesting. How like you're like a young boyo, a young kid, and you're going through school. I want to lick your beard.
Sure, I don't need to do anything. I'm looking.
Thanks, man. There's probably like a lot of maple syrup in it or something.
I have a lot of since you're so helpful.
Thanks for the 5 months. But yeah, what I was gonna say is like it's interesting how like when you're a kid, you're like, oh, I'm a little kid, and you just do like kid things, and you have to deal with like kid problems and stuff. Like Jimmy was being mean to you, so you had to both go to the principal's office and solve it. And then you're like, oh, I turned 18. This is when things change. This is when, like, you know, we get freedom and we get to deal with things like adults and we get to make decisions and stuff like that. But what I've noticed with like workplaces is that they still treat you like kids. It's like, okay, listen, man, you can't say this to this person. It's mean. And they're like, but I wanna. They're like, no, it hurts his feelings. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay behavior. You can't do. It's the same shit. You know, it's just that's like a. Yeah, it's because people still act like kids. Yeah, it's a little bit sad, but it's prevalent. So you know, it shows something. At the same time, I also think it's not only I think what's it called? Not only do they act like little kids, I think they're incentivized to act like little kids, and then the band-aid on that is the HR meeting. The band-aid on that is the all right, we got to talk about this. This is unacceptable behavior. Don't do this. We're going to get sued. I don't really care, but we're going to get sued. Yeah. Interesting, huh? Hey, this guy gets me attention. What do you mean? Discharged. Discharge. That's what was so depressing to me about The Office. Like I think The Office is funny. Don't get me wrong. It's a funny show. There's always like an air about it that was very, very depressing for me. And it was just like it just felt like a prison for the people. Like they were just in a prison. Like they weren't living life. They were.
I know my.
I don't know how to put it. They had settled upon mediocrity. They had chosen mediocrity, and this was their life now.
I'll use my.
There are people who act out because it gets them something. Oh, at work? Like the ideal vision is like, look, I'm going to go work with these people and we're all going to have the same goal and we're all going to work together and do something really cool. Like that's like a, you know, that's a job. You know, like we're going to do something cool and we're going to really work hard to make it happen, and that's the goal. Whereas in most places that isn't the goal. In most places the goal is emotional vindication or validation. Okay, here we go. What the fuck? My input dropped, chat! Oh, that's really annoying. Like the slowest attack and my input just dropped. Okay. Let's start again. My fault. Shouldn't have been in that awkward position.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Why does Andreas stump me so? Pretty bad sometimes. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't sometimes it's hard to tell with dropped inputs because sometimes it's just your fault. Like sometimes it's just like, yeah, you fucked up.
Let's get you out of there.
It's a little bit tough to tell. But yeah, I think that would be cool. I think that's an ideal vision actually.
But this it'll be helpful.
To work in a place where you're all geared towards the same thing. Yeah, that'd be really cool. And you all want to do that thing. Like going to space, like that, you know, there's that, like that's cool, you know. Everybody's pretty integral there. Or research. Actually, that's not true anymore. That's the good version of research, but the shadow form is research, of research is research infected with politics. Yeah. No, I would actually, if I think about it, I would totally train, like be like, okay, you're gonna work on a rocket to go to space. Like, this is just an easy example. I don't think I would actually want to go to space, but you're gonna work on a rocket to go to space. Okay. Then I'd be like, oh, well, I better know what I'm doing. I'm gonna work on a rocket to go to space. I better, like, know everything about rockets and how to fix them and the history of rockets and exactly how the physics works and about all the components and, you know, about all the densities and durabilities and the melting points and everything so I can help make the ideal rocket or make a system that's very efficient. Like, I would do that. But if it was just like, look, man, you're gonna go work at a place for some money, surrounded by people who are also working for money, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but the consequence is that they're more worried about how do I put it? The central goal is like very low down on the hierarchy. They don't care if this thing gets off the ground. They don't care if this thing takes 2 years versus 10 years. It doesn't matter to them as long as they're getting their paycheck. That's like a strange version of depression.
Hello there. I didn't think you ought to out here.
There's no meaning in that, or like there's, well, that's not true. It could have been something much better than it is. That's probably what I'm trying to say. fucked up, chat. Yeah. I wonder what I'd do if that were the case. Because I know some doctors are like, oh, I want to, like they like the, I want to heal people. Like that's the, if you're viewing a doctor in the best light, I want to help and heal people.
Ah, there you are.
But they're not necessarily interested in
All over for you.
one big technological advance that does it. They might be like, they just like doing it every day. I want to heal this person and this person and this person, and I want to do it individually, and I have no problem doing it individually, and I'm just going to keep doing it with the methods that have been provided to me. Like that, for me, seems very...
Get you out of there.
It seems inefficient. Like I wouldn't... I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do, but for me, I wouldn't. I don't think I would do that. For me, I think I'd much rather
But this still be help.
work towards fixing a problem completely. But maybe those two things are intertwined. How do I put it?
Switch me on and gently light away.
So what would I do? At the same time, I wouldn't mind. I don't think I would mind being a lawyer and verbally battling other lawyers. I think that kind of says something about me. And that, I didn't need to pick that up. That wouldn't be attuned towards... Yeah. Oh, maybe I'd hate it. You never know. You never know with these things. Like, you really never know. Yeah, I think it would be like either... would build something that's relatively self-sustaining and makes sense. Oh, well, maybe there's two ways to look at it, actually. Maybe you don't have to choose one or the other. Maybe you could be working towards something that's relatively self-sustaining while also doing the day-to-day work, which is like if you're a doctor, you could be doing clinical research while also seeing patients. Or you could do that as a psychologist as well. And of course, you garner information from the clinical from the seeing of patients.
And that's the only way.
Huh.
Be careful.
Hello there. You didn't. You ought to be out here alone.
Hello, Miss Mayu. Oh, you raided me. Hey, thank you. What's going on, ma'am? Sorry, Mayo. Mayu. Fuck. Hey, yeah, what am I doing, chat? What am I doing, Mayu? Of course.
Can you hear me?
It's because it's spelt wrong. You know what your name is actually spelt like? It's actually spelt Mayor. Mayor Edel. That's what your name is spelt like. Mayor Edel. But you're like, no, you need to pronounce it with silent letters and letters that don't make the sounds that you think they make. Mayu.
My name, Jiminy. Please escort him to the hotel.
Quite unreasonable. Married all. Yeah, there you go.
Let's get you out of there.
Married all.
Find something that might help.
M-A-Y-U-R. Mayor. Edel.
But this it'll be help.
Destination Hotel.
Well, you don't look at it. Fucking peasant fixin'. Mayor Edel. Or you could just break it up into its components and take into account the capitalization, which is Mayu Rydell. Mayu Rydell. Yeah. Mayu Rydell. But if you really want it to be accurate and ignore all the rules of letters, then it's Mayu Rydell. Oh, Taki fixed it again. It's because I saw his name and it reminded me of like the poor Fixin, because you were being so mean to him. Although technically that would be like Fixon. You know, I realized, chat. Okay, maybe I just shouldn't worry about it. I'm just gonna. You guys just don't know how to spell, okay? And it's fine. I understand that English is sometimes your second or third language. You're very smart. Yes, yes. But spelling... is not the forte of Twitch chat. I think that much is clear. Adam Rated R, thanks for the 10 SAR? What the hell is that? 10 SAR. 10 SAR. What is SAR in currency, chat? I haven't played this game. Do you recommend it? Yeah, I do recommend it, actually. Sardic crowns? Saudi Arabia. Oh. I didn't know Saudi Arabia had different currency. Real. Cool, man. Thanks for the money. If I'm ever in Saudi, I'm going to spend that and buy a camel. And then I'm going to name it Meyer Riedel. Meyerdel. Meyerdal. There we go. And I'm going to spell it that way. And I'm going to send it to Mayu. Gotta jump, but I'll be lurking. I read that first as gotta pump. But yeah, you go jump, man.
A powerful parade puppet is blocking the entrance.
I will see you next time.
So please, be careful.
Hello there. You didn't. You ought to out here.
Okay, chat. Let's get back into focus mode then, huh? Okay, you're being lame. You're being so lame. Don't really need to do any of that, by the way, but I don't know why. I just like to optimize things. Feels like I'm just gonna be in an endless loop of mistakes until I optimize it, because I'm always being like, oh, I wonder if I could do it better.
One more thing I should mention. The hotel security excludes puppets like you. So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
You know what's interesting, this game? As far as I can tell, the theme of this game is like lying about things that make people feel a certain way and making them feel better or good. Makes you more human. I don't know if that's true. I think that would be one of the problems I have with this game. Like, I like the music, I like everything, I like all that stuff, but it almost characterizes lying as good and truth is bad.
Wait, Krat, be careful.
Like, you got Simon, and he's like, the world will only be truth. Blah, 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 blah. And he's all mean and evil about it. It seems backwards to me, though.
I heard you should take. You must. Oh, I know my. If any, I know my way.
Seems backwards. It seems like, no, this is the wrong message. It seems like they've dressed something up so it makes sense. Like, it's just a very fleshed out rationalization, which is, I would say it's a dangerous thing. Majority of people prefer sweet lies over harsh truths. Yeah, I think they do, but I also don't think I don't think the preference. I think the preference acts in direct opposition to what's good for them. The majority of the time. So I understand the preference. Like, hey, do you look fat in that dress? And they're like, no, you're just. I love.
Hey, let's be more careful.
Rolls. I don't know.
The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys. But don't be alarmed. My name is Gemini. We'll talk later, when we're safe. Elysion Boulevard.
I think it's an underdeveloped
rich people row. You wanted
theme.
Fancy boutiques and shops. No place better. But
what the
long ago,
fuck is going on?
The puppet frenzy.
Oh my god. Jesus. Truth is better. Yeah. So like this is like a pretty big thing. Like it's altering the form of humanity and saving the world. And so you would think that, like, I could understand if this was like a Rugrats game where they're like, yeah, you should just be nice. But I think just being nice is scaled wrong here. I don't think it works here. I think this would be, I think if you took the lesson from this game to heart, it would lead you down a bad path. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. And I think it would be very easy to take this lesson to heart. Very easy to take this lesson to heart. Like, imagine just like a 7-year-old kid playing Liza P. And then he's like, oh man, every time I lie, all the puppets feel better. And all the people feel better. And I get rewards. And I get music. And the guy at the end is someone obsessed with truth. And even more so, it's not only that, but most of the bosses, like for example Victor, who's obsessed with truth, are like it's the opposite of truth. It's like a lie. He's become a deformity. He's no longer human. So it's almost like the message is almost like that truth will make you no longer human. It'll make you into something else, something grotesque-ish, like a zombie, where it's like they're almost mismatched, they're almost swapped. So then the 7-year-old kid goes to school, and then some little girl is like, I like you, do you like me? And he's like, oh, I should lie to her to make her feel good. And then he lies to her, and then she's like, oh, she's so happy. And they date even though they're 7 years old. And they like buy each other chocolates and stuff, but it's all a lie, and he knows that, but she doesn't. But then later on, she finds out her first heartbreak is that it was all a lie. He was lying the whole time. Why was he lying? She doesn't know, because she doesn't know what video games are, because I don't know, she's a girl. But it's like, it's heartbreaking for her. And this could have all been avoided if he just had told the truth and said, like, no, Sally, I don't like you. Your teeth are fucked up. Or something like that.
Wait, you're the
But he didn't. He prolonged the pain. He made it so much worse for her. And for what? For nothing. Now her parents have like some traumatized kid who's never gonna love again, probably goes gay. You know, all because of this one lie that little Jimmy Jim Bob told after he played Liza P, and it misled him in the wrong direction. It's pretty messed up if you think about it. And this is probably happening all around the world. It's not the video game's fault, it's the fault of bad parenting. If you want to make fault one-dimensional, yeah, we could do that. But that's like saying, like, okay, look, there's a school, and it's full of fucking crack cocaine. And 90% of the kids there are crack cocaine addicts. They just love that stuff. They're bouncing off the walls. They get good grades, because, you know, amphetamines. But they're wired. And then it's like, well, that's bad parenting. It's like, yeah, to an extent, because there's still the 10% of kids who are not crack cocaine addicts. But if you subject someone to an environment, it becomes a lot easier for the parents to make mistakes. So I think even the best parents, under certain circumstances, would make horrible mistakes given a really bad environment. And so, while I would agree, to an extent, there is fault that lies within the parents and them being unable to stave off the forces that would change their child into something detrimental for both the child and the people around the child. I think the fault also lies within the environment. Well, maybe I shouldn't say fault. That's not quite accurate. It's not the fault. It's that you probably shouldn't have an environment like that. Yeah, maybe not fault. Like, if we focus on fault, I think it gives us an inadequate conclusion. I think it's just better to say, like, yeah, the parents had a rough time and it was really difficult. And while ultimately it is still up to them and the child to make these decisions and not do crack cocaine when you're 7 years old, I think the environment of constantly being around crack cocaine, like taking crack cocaine baths, probably shouldn't be there either. If anything, I would say it would be the fault of the people who implemented the policies to put crack cocaine, or to either put crack cocaine in the schools or to do nothing about the crack cocaine in the schools. I think that would be more accurate. If there's crack cocaine in your school, you should probably do something about it, man. And probably that's more responsibility on the teachers and the faculty rather than the students, because the students are students. You know, they're supposed to be sponges. Fucked it up, chat. Still made it. Omelet. How'd you get that name? Hi, Froz. Hi, chat. There are 2 shades of red on the health bar of the boss. What is the light red meaning? I'm colorblind, man. Sorry, bro. Partially colorblind, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Maybe chat can answer you.
You say he's on Elysion.
The only thing I could think of is current health and health that it can heal up to. That's the only thing I can think of.
Speaking, my friend.
Do you fight Nameless Puppet as well? Not on this run, no. This is not an all bosses or a true ending or anything like that. And then, you know what? Little Jimmy is not only little Sally that's scarred for life. Little Jimmy is scarred for life because I think, you know, there's a saying it's worse to do something to a person than to have something done to you. It's like little Jimmy has to deal with that. The understanding that he hurt little Sally for nothing. He hurt little Sally for nothing. He has to deal with that for the rest of his life. He destroyed her for nothing. For what? For nothing.
Here it is. The Nini works. Everything you see here belongs.
How's that going to manifest in the rest of his life? He's going to get some weird. It generated generational trauma. Now, if little Jimmy ever has kids, which he probably will, his name's little Jimmy. You know, his kids are going to be all messed up too now because he's going to have he's going to have trouble expressing affection towards his spouse. Not the love of his life, because he couldn't be honest with the love of his life, because, you know, didn't know what to do with the truth and lies. He just couldn't take it. He couldn't figure it out. But instead, he found this other very lovely lady who only fit 30%. You know, she was like, it was like a marriage of mutual interest.
Oh, this place gives me the
And the kid's gonna be like,
something's gonna jump out any second.
Father, little Jimmy, why don't you ever tell Mom you love her? And little Jimmy is like, what do I do? Do I lie? I'm already in a situation where there's no good answer. Do I lie? Do I tell the truth? He tells the truth, and then he's like, well, it's because I only love her at 30% because I'm scared of love now because I don't understand it, because I don't have a good relationship with honesty. He tells that to the kid, and that, of course, scars the kid. Or the alternative is he lies to the kid and says, I do it, just not while you're there because it is something saved for the bedroom. I don't know. Something like that. And then the kid's just confused. It just leads to more and more and more and more problems. Man, it just leads to more and more problems. All because the themes of Lies of P were mismatched. Like, if the themes of Lies of P, where it was like, look, this is gonna suck. You're gonna be honest to this person. You're gonna be honest to this person. Hey, Antonia, like, you're kind of like 70 years old, 80 years old, and you're not really that pretty anymore, but I still like you. And then instead of them being really sad and upset, they're gonna have, you know, a certain level of maturity, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, thank you for telling me the truth. Here's a nice music record that reflects on how I feel about you. And it's gonna be like wow, that was overall way better. And then lying. If that's how the game was, then little Jimmy, guess what? He goes and he lives a good life. Because then when Sally's like, yo, bitch, you want to be my date? And little Jimmy's like, no, we're 7 and you have fucked up teeth. And then Sally's like, oh, that hurts. And then she cries and she's like, but at least he was honest. At least he didn't put me through years and years of pain. At least he didn't rob me of my childhood, that monster Jimmy. And then Jimmy goes on to meet someone else, and he's like, do I like this girl? And then he's like, well, I've always been honest with myself. I'm not confusing myself. I have a good relationship with myself. I don't need to question my own words because I tell myself lies. So, you know, little Jimmy asks him, do I like this girl? And he's like, oh yeah, I definitely do like this girl. Well, then maybe I should tell her. And then he goes up to her and he's like straightforwardly just tells her. And then she's like, oh, cool, I like you too. And she's also honest because, you know,
A little help.
works out in this situation. And then they have wonderful kids. And the kids aren't confused or traumatized ever. And then they make a really, really cool video game. I'm not doing your chat redemptions, guys. I'm not a streamer anymore. And then they make a really, really cool video game, which is like Lies of P, but even better.
I picked up. Why don't Mr. the Puppets?
And the themes are even stronger, and it changes more lives in a positive direction, and the world becomes a better place.
You're going. He's the. I heard he. I know.
The world becomes a better place. Could have been that way, man. Could have been that way. What does the syringe bring you? Oh, it heals you. Omelet. What was I spamming? My mother's name is Antonia. Is she in a wheelchair? Why do you always run out the door and back in? Because I know it bothers you, men. It's for Fable. When you run in the door, it recharges your Fable. and then you leave. Hi, Proto Lane. Because you're a silly little guy? I am not a silly little guy, unfortunately. Good day, Civic Hero. Hello. Oh, I almost got that thing. I didn't need it. That actually would have probably got me hit the floor.
Could they be from Moonlight Town? Whoa, did puppets do this?
To go up. I still live you. Are you? You've been. I am. Even if it. Child, only the worthy may pass.
I'm very glad that this NPC is this easy, by the way. Can you imagine another white lady here? God, that'd be a nightmare. Ballsy? No, you're right, actually. You're right. I should not tempt the forces that be, or maybe. What do you think of little Jimmy, Lily Charles? Did I lay out a coherent argument? Poor Sally. Oh, so I don't see anybody named Sally anymore. I wonder why that is. Little Jimmy had a tough life, he did. And it all started with Liza P.
Not bad, huh? Oh, I really am good at this. When in doubt, let Gemini be your guide. You look annoyed.
Maybe people don't name their children Sally anymore because Sally sounds like salad.
Do you see that over there? I recognize dead puppets. That's to be expected. But what is that?
And people are moving towards a more meat-based lifestyle.
Oh, no idea what those things are, pal. Approach with caution.
You can name your son Steak? Oh, yeah, okay. What do you mean with that you're not a streamer anymore? I'm not a full-time streamer anymore. So the only reason I'm streaming right now is because I want to get this run. Whereas if I was a streamer, it'd be backwards.
What's their
The only reason I'm trying to get this run is because I'm a streamer.
Their bodies are strangely altered. I don't know what's going on, but keep those eyes of yours open.
Chat, do you think if someone named their son Chungi, he would be fat? Like he would just get fat? I have a theory about names, but it's just a theory. Oh my god. Okay. He didn't aggro right away, which was concerning. Not necessarily. You don't think so? I think if you name... Okay, I think... Here's this. I think if you named your son or daughter Chungi, they would have a much higher probability of being overweight in life than if you didn't. Yeah, I think that's probably true. They should lose their parenting privileges. Why? It's cute. It's cute. If I had a son or daughter, and it was just like this little blob, and that's what they are at the beginning. They're just like blobs of flailing bread rolls. I'd call him Little Chungi. Nah, Lily Charles, that's like what you do with your dog. And your pets. You're always like, you're so dumb. You do that all the time. And I'm like, that's me. And you're like, he doesn't know what I'm saying. He loves it. And then it's the same thing. It's like Little Chungi. Fat people are usually just called David. Are they? Alright, well, taking David off the list. If you call your daughter Victoria, she'll be hot, but I don't think it works. That's kind of true, actually. I don't think I've ever seen like a not good looking Victoria. I do think it works for weight, though. Like if you go with like Gertrude, like I don't think Gertrude's gonna be a good pick, you know? Jessica will always be a bitch. Yeah, maybe it just has to do with the name. Where you're like, my name sounds like someone stuck up. Jessica. Like that, you know? So maybe I'll just fall into that role. Helga? Nah, Helga's can be. It's just, Gertrude's like a no. There's a no way out on Gertrude. Myrtle, you're just asking for your daughter to just be like an old school teacher. Nickname, sure, that's cute. I mean, isn't that the same thing? Like if I call the child Chungi, isn't it just a nickname? Oh, a legal name is Chungi. Oh. I don't know. Legal name is Chungi is kind of good. Because I think it'd be good because everybody else would have to call him Chungi. And he'd be like, "What's my name?" And they'd be like, "Chungi." It's like, yeah, that's right. My name is Chungi. Don't forget my name is Chungi. And then he could even like do cool things, like he could just be like an overachiever. And be like, yeah, Chungi is, Chungi's gonna get us to Mars. Like something like that. And people just have to say Chungi. And then if they're like, we're just gonna call him Chung. It's like, well, that's racist for one. But then for two, it's like, no, man, that's not my name. What are you doing? You know, it puts people in a... It puts everybody that interacts with them in a difficult situation. And the difficult situation is either you can be stuck up and lame and boring, or you can have fun with it. I think naming someone Chungi and that person being a good person would make the world better. I think legal name Chungi is awesome. Yeah, legal name Chungi is good. However, I don't think you should name your kid... Drew sounds boring. Charles is okay. Charlies are kind of little fuckboys though, aren't they?
Crap, damn it. I can't find the way out. Everywhere.
Chandler's a no.
Oh, sure, I don't know. I'm looking. Do you know?
Hotel Krat.
I have a lot of
Jack is always a player. Yeah, that's actually, I think that's true. There's always something about Jack, you know? Jacks are like drug addicts too, I think, as well. Good old Jack, huh? Who else is there? There's like the blank names. There's the names that can go either way, like John, Johnny, John. John Boy. Maybe it's because they can be, there's so many nicknames with them. Every Dylan I know is because his name is actually Dylon. Dylan. Have I met a good Dylan? I don't think I've met a good Dylan. Dylan kind of sounds like a childish name. Like you can't grow up and be named Dylan. Jimmy feels like he's never going to be taken seriously.
my savior. Glad to see you made it back.
Welcome. This is a... I shall open.
Oh, Dylan with 2 L's is the worst. The I and 2 L's? It's kind of named after a condiment or a spice at that point. Axel. Axel's kind of cool. That's a cool name. Do you call him Axel all the time? Does he have like a short name? Can't think of how to shorten Axel. Dylanovsky? That's that. If I was named Dylanovsky, I'd be like, my parents just really wanted to be special. And they weren't creative, so it's just kind of embarrassing. It's like you tried really hard, but you just revealed that you were subpar. Axe. Oh, okay. That's a cool one. I feel like he's either going to be really skinny or really muscly, but not in between. Bob's, you're like condemning someone to be lame. Almost, like not 100%, but you're like gimping Bob's, your son's achievement level. Like he's just Bob. Like he's not gonna do anything special. What are you gonna do, Bob? You gonna have a family and enjoy your life? Okay, cool.
I know my...
And like there's Richard, which is like a kind of a majestic name. Richard's a majestic, like, you know, it's like a Richard Lionheart. But for whatever reason, the short form of Richard is Dick. And it's like that's a death sentence, so you don't want to name your kid Richard. What about Faraz? I don't know, because I'm the only Faraz I know. I have no data. I only have myself. David, I think that's like another name like John. It could go in any different direction. Would you rate Dominic? Dominic's either going to be a dick. He's either going to be a dick or he's going to be very specialized. That's what it feels like. I don't know, though. Keith? Fred? Not main characters. Keith, maybe. Fred, no. Fred's not a main character. Keith is like a... sounds more like a merchant. What, Thrud? Cookie Monster. Carson? Prescott? Prescott's fucked. If you're named Prescott, it's like, what are you, a jacket? Frost just tells you brown boy. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I need to focus. Guys. I fucked it up, chat. Why am I getting destroyed here? I don't understand. It's like I get to this guy and then I just make a mistake. Like, what's going on? Was I a frame off? Okay, one more and then I gotta eat. Yo, wake up. I'm fine until this guy. Right now I have like a mental block. I'm just gonna kill him once. Without anything. Decide on whether to dodge or not. I don't know what's going on with me, man. I'm like scared of one attack now. Just one attack. I'm scared of one attack. And that's screwing up the entire fight. hate practicing this boss so much, chat. Okay, pretend buff. Run in. Front 2. There we go. Hate that attack. Oh, I know why. Why that attack isn't working for me, because the hitbox changes depending on the distance. Maybe I should just dodge that attack. Like there, that timing's easy, but it's because I was probably a little bit farther away than I should have been. Buff here.
I'm the one we need. Only I sense the presence of God.
Roll that one because it's slower. And then he's dead. With no buff. Oh, he's not dead. Okay, that was weird. Alright. Good enough. Let's restart. Again. Starting to get hungry, chat. Hungry, hungry. Hungry hippos.
Ah, there you are.
You guys remember Hungry Hippos? Hungry, Hungry Hippos? That game was marketed so well for what it was. Such a lame game. You know, while there was like Snakes and Ladders, at least it had rules. Or Monopoly. Okay, you got a lot of depth to the game. Hungry, Hungry Hippos was literally just...
Let's get you out of there.
4 toys glued to a board, and you just press the button to steal marbles. You just press as many as you can. Just press it as many times as you can.
But this it'll be helpful.
It wasn't even like a Rube Goldberg like Mousetrap was, but Mousetrap didn't even work. Hungry, Hungry Hippos was... Whoever made that game, they knew about marketing before marketing. They knew how... They know how all the animal sanctuary bullshit goes. How long does the run take? 3 hours. Chat, if I get the run, I'm gonna eat ice cream. What the hell's going on? You weren't supposed to do that. Maybe I missed a hit or something. I think sharp names do better. Actually, no, that's tough. I think sharp names, you're taking a gamble. So, like, if your name's Zach, you could either be a total dick or a fairly decent person, like, pretty cool. Like, oh yeah, Zach's pretty cool. Or you could just be a dick. But I don't think you're gonna really be in between. You know, I'd be very interested in. That would be a cool thing. I'd be very interested in a study. They'll never do this because you're not going to make any money off this at all. Well, actually, no, you probably could. No, maybe you couldn't. But a study on names and personality profiles. So, like, for example, you could make it very simple. Like, you don't want a full personality profile because then the names aren't going to really do very much. But you could do, you could just pick one. So, like, you could pick a trait neuroticism. The proclivity to experience negative emotion. And then you could just rank order that by names.
Hello there.
And then release that and be like, yeah, you probably shouldn't name your kid, like, Jonah or something. I don't know. Because he's going to get fucked up. Like, not all the time. Like, but maybe. Probably. He's going to get more fucked up than Jane. For sure. I wonder if there's any stuff on that. I wonder if I googled like naming outcomes or something.
The hotel security excludes
Personality profile rank ordered by name.
So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
I think there's something to it. I think there's something to, you know, being called the same name all your life and it having an effect on you. And just the sound of the word, not the meaning of the word. Like if you're called fatty all your life, that's one thing. But fatty sounds like a, you know, it's like you could make it the word phonetically sounds like what it is. So that must mean that names like Jack or Jimmy have some innate phonetic associations as well. What's that whole thing where people were shown a picture of a blob and a picture of like a spiky ball, and they're asked which one is Kiki and which one is Bobo, and Bobo was like always the ball for people, and Kiki was always a spiky one.
You must. Oh, I know my. I know my way.
I'm telling you, chat. There's something to that. I think my theory on this, I think a more complete theory on this would be a bunch of conditions. So if you have a child and you name him or her something, unless that child goes through extensive adversity, they will embody that name to varying degrees. So if a child lives like a really, really hard life and they're shaped by their adversity,
Hey, let's be more careful.
then I think
The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys. But don't be alarmed. My name is Jiminy.
that their name will have less effect on their personality. It just happened that Jimmy had a hard life and now he's, wears an eye patch and
fancy boutiques and shops.
is very soft-spoken. But I think if you have a relatively easy life and there isn't adversity to shape you, you will be shaped by your name. You'll fall into your name. I think that there's something to that. Highland Halen. What's up, man? I wonder if that's why Prince changed his name. You know what you could do, actually? Actually, you don't even have to prove that by naming kids. You could just do brand research. Like, you could just say, like, you could just take a group of people and say, here's a logo, here's a name, here's 2 logos, and here's 2 names. Which one do you respond to better, Netflix or Hulu? Without knowing anything about it, and they're probably going to pick Netflix because Netflix just sounds better. So the content of the platform doesn't even matter for the initial impression. So maybe if you have a kid, you're not necessarily dictating the second or third impression, you're dictating the first impression. How people treat that person on first impression, knowing their name. And that's a pretty molding force.
Wait. I can see something.
Close as a game has been to Bloodborne, this game's...
Jeepers.
This game isn't very much like Bloodborne. Like, it's got the aesthetic, like it looks like Bloodborne, especially in this area. But no, it doesn't play like Bloodborne. High static. Actually, that's interesting, because you guys all have pseudonyms, right? You guys all have different names. Your real name isn't... for example, it's a Gimpy Snapper. That's definitely not your real name. So the question would be, when people refer to you by your pseudonym, your chosen Twitch delegated name, versus when people refer to you by your actual name, Jonathan, do you guys feel any different? Anthony. Or do you feel like the same person? I'm used to it. Okay, but before you were used to it. Oh my god. Like, here's a question. If you could only pick one, would you choose the name that your parents gave you, or the name that you've chosen for yourself on social media, etc.? If you could only pick one. This is PC. The real name. Ahoy! Real name. Okay, why is that? Why would you choose your real name over the name you've created for yourself? I use my real name? That's your real name? No way.
I'll use.
Are you sure? I thought you got it from like a book or something. That's unexpected. I had no idea.
I know my way.
I had no clue. Man, your parents gave you some... They spelt it wrong. Fair enough. I will, I'll try to remember that. Don't worry, my parents gave me some problems too. People in Canada for all my life could not even pronounce my name. It actually confused me to what my name was. Because my dad would call me something, and then people at school would call me something completely different. I've had so many names since I was young. I've had Faraz, which is my name. And then I've had Ferris, which is the really white person version, or Faroz, which is another one, Fraz, Fonzie, Fez, Faz, Raz, Farazberry, but it was more like Farazberry. There's just so many. So no, I've oh my god, I've had issues too. Feels more real to deal with what was attributed to you than what you were known with, since rather than what you chose that you gain knowledge of the work and multiple interests. Interesting. We chose those pseudonyms on a whim, more or less. Most parents think a long time about their kids' names. Not for Bob. No one thinks a long time for Bob. Are you kidding me? I will name him Bob. What does your name mean? My name is it's a Persian name. It means elevation. Or so I'm told. Okay. Not most kids are called Bob. Yeah, too bad, huh? I've been known by most as Barry. Barry has nothing to do with my natural name. I didn't choose it. That's how nicknames are. You can't choose what people decide to call you. Little sister Tortilla Jackson. Oh, yeah.
You say he's on.
I like that name. The name is just a title for you. The important thing is what's behind the name. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the name forms what's behind it, or shapes what's behind it.
Ah, always speaking, my friend.
You know what you could probably do? Here's a good study.
Remember,
look, here's what you could do, okay? You take a lot of names. A ton of names, okay? Ton of people, ton of names. And make sure they're above the age of 25. Actually, you should do two. You should do above the age of 25 and below the age of 10. Yeah, I think those are relatively good. And then from there, you want to... I would like to see, like... You're going to measure how abrasive the person is. Like, how abrasive their personality is. Are they, like, very disagreeable and very blunt? You know, very abrasive? Or are they, like, more kind and soft and roundish? You know, and then you're going to look at their names and look at the hard consonants in their name, like Kiki. I think Kiki or Zach would be a good one. Anything that seems pointy.
Here it is.
Rather than smooth. Looking at the pointy and sharp names.
The classiest.
And seeing if that...
Most brilliant inventor in Krat. Just ask him. Not just
if there's any correlation between that and their personality.
Tram and Krat is supplied from here. You gotta be curious about
that would be good. What do you mean rip? What does rip mean, chat? Is stream still up? Hi, honey. Stream is fine. Oh, thank God. So I don't want to restart it again. Kurt Cobain. Rip means rest in peace. Yeah, but who died?
Oh, this place gives me the creeps. It's like something's gonna jump out any second. It's okay, pal. Gemini's looking out for you.
How about people who get... Oh, that's a good idea. How about people who get new citizenship in North America or West Europe who have to pick a name with Romanized orthography? Which one would you rather keep? That's a good question. Do we have any like Chinese Americans or Japanese Americans in chat that have changed their name to like Jenny? What's your name? Jenny. Okay, what was your old name? Unsa. Something like that. Ned? Yeah, Ned's kind of like a death sentence. I don't think I've ever met a cool Ned, actually. Oh. Family shit? Alright, just tell him I say hi. Neds are like, your parents sabotaged you. Like there should be some resentment there. If you're named Ned, it's like, what were you guys thinking? Like your parents went out of their way to be like, yeah, we're gonna fuck this kid up. Ned Stark? That's true. But he also kind of got fucked, man. But it's different from what I was saying. So, maybe I'm wrong. Was his name really Ned though, or was it like Nethanicus or something like that? Eddard. Yeah, okay, his name was Eddard. It wasn't Ned. Eddard also sounds like an old lady, though, so... But I guess that kind of fits him a little bit more. I know a guy named Kristen and a guy named Stacy. Okay, Kristen's not great, but doable. Stacy, you're just like, Kate, get fucked. Stacy sucks. Your name's Stacy, you're done. Like, you're gonna be a tough guy because everybody is gonna be making fun of you all the time. And you're either gonna survive or not. So, like, you know, you survived. Congratulations. You're probably some jacked army dude now. Admiral Stacy, good for you, but yeah, it's like, that's a rough one. No, is Stacy little bitch boy? Went the opposite direction? There's no way Stacy's the middle of the road guy. There's no way Stacy's just a perfectly normal, like, yeah, I run a mortgage company and have a family of 4. Like, that, there's zero chance. I don't believe it. Stacy's great. Stacy is not great as the guy's name. Stacy is like, every time you look at your parents, you know that you're a joke or something. Like, you know, it's not good.
I picked up. Why don't we?
I don't know where Bill comes from. Yeah. I had a bunch of Karens legally change their name. Karen's a tough one.
You're going
because it does sound like you're like that.
I know my way around.
I feel like there can be some cool Karens, but the meme has just, yeah, it's just ruined it. Both of the dudes are close to 50. Yeah, but okay, so like, are they middle of the road? The Stacy, I don't care about the Kristen. Stacy Peralta. I knew a girl named Stacy and she was psychotic. Never known a guy named Stacy though. I feel like I might have known a guy named Ashley. And Ashley is kind of unisex, but I also feel like Ashley is kind of a girl's name, so it could go either way. Was there no, Stacy's mom was definitely not hot. I know 2 Stevens who are super great guys. Are they even? He paddled? What do you mean your coach? What do you paddle? What was he coaching you for? Deflected that. Let's see. Come on. Do the thing. Okay, too late. Okay. What are your thoughts on the names Tyler, Tucker, Chester, Kyle, and Todd? Hi, Glad. Tyler. Fuck, they're all ordinary. Chester's probably the least ordinary out of all those. Chester seems like a sweater boy. Like he's gonna grow up drinking tea and all that stuff. Enjoying cozy fires. That's Chester. Could be wrong. But Todd, I don't know. Todd seems like it's just like Todd. It's like he's I don't know. Tyler is ordinary, so it's more like Jimmy. Jim, Tyler, John. Tyler's fine, I think. It's low risk. These all seem like low risk names. You're not necessarily gonna get anything great out of them. Not Chester though. Chester's different. You're not gonna necessarily get anything great out of them, but they're not gonna demolish you like calling your son Stacy. Kyle is a sharper name though. Kyle's a sharper name. I think Kyle.
Could they be from Moonlight?
Kyle's not gonna be super smart. That's what I get from him.
Let's do this.
Kyle's probably not gonna be super smart. He's not gonna be dumb, but he's not gonna be super smart, and he has the potential to be a dick. That's what I would say about Kyle. Stacy's a rough one. Yeah, Stacy is a rough one. Both my grandmas are Karen, but they are Karen. And they're both fun grandmas. Bill and Will are both shortened forms of William. Yep. All those names are from a George Carlin skit about soft boy names in the modern day. Pretty funny bit. I don't think I've ever watched George Carlin.
Are you?
Soft boy names.
You've been. Even if it.
I don't know about Tyler.
Child.
Man. I can see that with Todd.
May pass.
I guess that kind of fit my description of Tucker, like the sweater boy at the fire, cozy stuff like that. I don't know. Dangerflow, thanks for the Prime sub, man. Thank you. Trying to think of other names now. Like, what about like Samuel? Oh, a name tier list. There's too many names. Yeah, there's too many names, and I can only go off of names I've seen frequently. Stacy is better than something like Gwen for a guy. I'd rather be named Gwen than Stacy as a guy. At least Gwen is like, you could pretend it's for something longer. Like Gwendolyn. Gwyneth Paltrow. What's a guy named Gwen? Gwenther. Gwenther. You could pretend to be Gwenther, like your name's Gwenther. That's a guy name. What about Tancred? I think Tancred is Thancred without a H. So, misspelt. If a girl's called Mercedes, she's hot. I think if a girl's called Mercedes, she's working in sex work. I think if you're dooming your daughter to prostitution if your daughter's named Mercedes. You're naming her after a car, like an object of male affection, pretty much. I don't think Mercedes is a good choice.
Is that?
I think Mercedes is, yeah, I think that's like that's a bad choice. You should make a tier list for the names in chat?
Approach with caution.
I don't think I can. That's like a lose-lose for me. I'm gonna piss someone off regardless. And the person who's like happy about it, like they're just gonna be like, yeah, cool. Call her BMW. No, that's gonna make her fat. Sex worker or a gypsy? Yeah, something like that.
What's their problem? Wait, their bodies are strangely altered. I don't know what's going on, but keep those eyes.
Oh yes, you will.
Open.
Me? What did I say? What are you responding to? The car company is named after the founder's daughter. Is the founder's daughter a hoe? Can I get ranked? No, I'm not ranking you guys. Are you kidding me? Listen, I would happily rank you guys if you were responsible young boyos that wouldn't hold it against me. But if I say something and it cuts too deep, you guys are gonna hate me for the rest of your life. It's gonna define the rest of your life somehow. I'm not ranking you guys. That you'll piss some people. Oh, I see. Was agreeing. We promise not to get offended. I don't trust you guys. There's zero reason to trust you guys. You are as good as the lowest denominator. I can't even remember how you say that. Oh, you're as good as the weakest link. That's what I'm trying to say. And then there's gonna be some fucking stupid Twitter thread about how pretentious I am, that I think I know everything about everybody and can just name them and judge them, blah 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 blah. You know, it just is a bad direction. You're already calling me mayo. Nothing can be worse for me. What if I called you egg salad? That seems worse. Twit longer. Sounds like Kyle. Oh. Explains a few things. I almost. Chat, I almost. Do you like exotic names? For guys. I think for girls, they run into the same problem as Mercedes. It's just they either make them seem like, there's this girl named Blue, and it's like, okay, it's like I listened to some of her stuff and she just seems like she's batshit insane. It's like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Her name is Blue. Isn't that an artist name? I don't know, maybe, but I feel like exotic names for girls are a little bit more difficult. I think girls are more responsive to their names than guys are. I think. I'm not sure. I would guess. Like if someone had to say like, what do you think about this? I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense, because I know girls in general are more responsive to negative emotion than guys are. And so it would make more sense. And also language is more effective with girls. Like, you know, like, have you ever... Hold on. Yeah, I think language is more effective with girls. Like, you know, guys are more likely to just be straightforward, where girls are more likely to be polite and use softer language. And I think that's part of the whole, like, the female-female dynamic, as well as the nurturing aspect of them, which is understandable. But like, if I were talking to a girl and I was like, if I was talking to a guy versus a girl, like with the guy, I'd probably feel a little bit more comfortable. Oh, I'm supposed to have this. Jeez. A little bit more comfortable being like, hey, this needs to be done. You want to go do it? Whereas if I said that to a girl, I would be worried that I might be coming across as a little bit too harsh. So I could see how names might affect girls more than they would affect guys. I'm not saying that's the case because I have no clue, but I could see that being viable. Very good PB. Thanks, man. Repeat after me, please? Yeah, not a chance, man. I don't know who you think I am. His name was Ronald. Ronald's a rough name. Ronald feels like you're gonna either grow up really boring, or everybody's gonna be like, yeah, Ronald tries to be crazy all the time.
I can't find the way out.
Like he goes overboard.
Monsters everywhere. I need to grab my share and leave. Oh, sure, I don't know. I'm looking for. Do you know that? I have a lot of scissors or so.
I guess Ron is short for, yeah. See, Ron's not as bad as Ronald. Let's use this. My name is Donald. I think Donald. Donald's tough. I don't know if Ronald is worse or Donald is worse. Like Donald, at least you have Donald Duck. You got. I feel like there can be some like dignity in being named Donald. You could be like a you know, a real estate tycoon or something named Donald, like that would work. But not Ronald. Ronald sounds different. Hi, cat. Donald being associated with the duck is bad. Ducks have... I don't know, man. People like ducks.
This I shall open. Welcome to...
Sorry to ask another streamer. Is Squilla lost in the void? Squilla's no longer a full-time streamer. Squilla's been part-time for a really long time. And the thing you gotta know about Squilla is he just kind of goes where the butterflies take him. If he sees a butterfly, he will chase that butterfly until he loses interest. And then he'll find another butterfly. And he'll chase that until he loses interest. So if one of those butterflies happens to be a game that he wants to stream, then you'll have him back. Until then, he'll probably just be doing YouTube and stuff like that. But he's around. He texted me last night, but I was sleeping. Attack when discharged. Dash. Discharge. What would you rate Donald out of 10? It's gonna be two numbers, because you're either gonna get a good score or you're gonna get a bad one, depending on what you do, depending what you grow into. It's like a fork in the road. It's like, do you go down into the dirt or do you go up into a real estate tycoon?
Glad to see you,
When
man.
your
It's a tough one.
set the house.
There, without the if the twilight. It's a grind.
What time do you go to bed? My bedtime changes every day. I have a sleep disorder. So I generally will go to bed. You can just make it a math equation. A recursive one. Take yesterday's bedtime and add probably about 15 to 30 minutes on it. And then you just do that every day and then you get my bedtime.
I'll use my...
I was a butterfly last night? No, right now the butterfly for Squilla is a couple of different things, but one, it's beating me in Smash. That's one of Squilla's butterflies, which is not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And then other ones are like, I don't know. He has another friend. He hangs out with Real all the time. They just play games together and stuff. Played Pokemon. He's got relationships and stuff. Like, you know. Who do you play in Smash? You guys can guess. And if you guess right, I might tell you. We did this already. Good memory. Good for you, man. Okay, don't fuck it up this time, huh? Make your dreams. Static, thanks for gifting a sub to Cat. Okay, Rat. Chance it. That's really bad. That's really bad. That's really bad. We did it, chat. Oh.
I want to go back to the old.
Once Squilla figures out Fox, you're done for? No. Like Squilla's very, very optimistic about things, which is a good quality. He's super optimistic about things.
I haven't a clue myself.
The problem there is it unfortunately in this case it leads him to almost not engaging with reality. He could get good with any characters. It's not that. It's that he doesn't understand the game to the level he needs to in order to beat me, if that makes sense. It could be any character that he gets good with. It's not about the character for him. It's that he needs probably about... It depends on his rate of practice. Like if he practices really, really quick, like he dedicates himself to practice, like he treats it like a training regime, then yeah, he could catch up in a couple of months. That's fine. That's not a big deal. But he's not going to do that. That's not how he works. So he's like a year at least off of consistent play, of understanding how the game works, of all of this stuff. So, you know, he could get good with Fox. That's fine, but it's not going to really make a difference. How do you know that? Was he talking about it? Greatest stream on Earth? When was the last time he even streamed? Oh, I see. Just happens to be a coincidence. Yeah, Squilla, right now he plays Lucina. He used to play Marth, but he plays Lucina. And when he gets tired of Lucina, he will switch to Fox and try Fox out. And occasionally he goes to Mr. Game & Watch. And the reasoning is because Mr. Game & Watch is black and he thinks that's funny. So, you guys don't get to call me racist.
We have a schedule update for you, Truda. It's time. Tonight! Now, here's a safety reminder for all the malcontents of the Marlin district. A nasty puppet has invaded our territory.
Oh, I almost fell.
Be careful.
No, I did not play Armored Core. I watched a little bit of gameplay on Armored Core, and it looked really, really boring. And I tried to watch a little bit more because some people were like, "Oh, it's got really cool bosses later on in the game," and it still looked really, really boring. So I opted out. I could be wrong. It might be like the funnest game in the world.
The cathedral, maybe those the bedroom.
But I don't know. It seemed very imprecise and very like how do I put it? Like, you know how, okay, so there's different sports. Like if you're watching hockey versus basketball, for example, you watch basketball and everything's pretty like sharp. I don't watch many sports, so you know everything's pretty sharp. Like there's a pass, there's an interception, this is good, this is good, whatever. With hockey, it's like kind of like they're just like sliding around a lot of the time, and then they're just like, I hit the puck, and then it went all the way around, and then someone picks up the puck, and then they hit the puck, and then it goes all the way around. Like it's less sharp. It seems a lot less accurate. That's what Armored Core seems like to me. It just seems like it's like floppy.
This month's protection fee will be waived for anyone who wants it down.
Like it's less precise. It's more just sliding around and pressing buttons. The hockey comparison is accurate. Yes. Okay, that's good. So then I definitely wouldn't like it because I don't. Yeah, I don't like that. I like precision. Pretty tight of Souls, but AC isn't a Souls game. It's strange. That's a strange logical process. Baseball is my favorite sport. Baseball. That's unexpected coming from you. Baseball is a weird sport because I don't understand how they even came up with it. I don't get it.
It's funny saying I'm all flustered.
I don't like that. Like if you look at the rules of baseball and all the different distances and stuff, and then metal versus wooden bats, and then the shape of a bat. It seems like baseball was like bequeathed upon us by like an alien civilization that, because I have no idea how you, like I can understand basketball, you're trying to get something into a hoop, it's there, this is the court, whatever, or I can understand football to an extent, where it's like, okay, you're trying to get the ball over there. But baseball is like, okay, someone's going to throw the ball. Everybody else is going to be over here. It's going to be this distance, this is this distance. And the scoring system is going to be really weird as well. You know, a full set, like it's about running and sprinting. It's not about getting a ball into a target. It's about just hitting a ball as pretty much as hard as you can. Like that. Like, how did that? Who the fuck came up with that? And how did it stick? That's the thing. There's not even a target. Like usually in ball sports, there's always a target. Baseball, not really. It's almost like backwards. Oh. Oh, that's what she's saying. She's saying the toy is mine. Why? Oh, this is bad. Okay, I got very lucky there. Actually, that's a good point. Cricket makes less sense than baseball. Way less sense.
So this is Geppetto's puppet, huh? Gotta admit, knows what he's doing.
Run. Oh, God damn it. Please don't.
You're a bastard. You're a sweeper. What's yours?
Okay. base. Not really. What? Baseball's funny because hitting a ball, throwing it on the hardest thing a person can do, with the rest of it is just standing around. That's kind of funny. Can you explain the rules of a no-hit run? I will in a second. Now I watch a ton of it. Skinny telegraphs deterred me. Okay, no, let me urinate and then I'll explain the rules of the no-hit run.
I never expected to see the gold coin tree in a place like this.
Okay, rules of the no-hit. No throwables, no glitches, no quit outs. I don't know what else there could be. What else is there? No crying. No, you can cry. That's okay. You're allowed to cry. Do you enjoy watching tennis? I don't really enjoy watching any sports. Like, I don't watch any sports. The only thing I've ever really watched is Muay Thai, which is fighting. But I don't enjoy MMA.
I'll use my...
Right, so I don't really, yeah. It's tough. Like when I was a kid, when I was a kid, I didn't understand sports. I didn't get it. Now I can understand it. I can understand it by like reverse engineering it, basically by overanalyzing it. So there's like, I was like, why do people like doing this? Like, I don't understand why people like sitting and watching these things. I don't understand why people are so engrossed in the different players when they could just be doing these things themselves. Like, I didn't understand that. But as I got older, like I learned that it's shown that sports fans, if their sports team loses, their testosterone actually drops. Like they're intertwined with their sports teams. And then I also learned, historically, we're very tribal. So picking a team and being associated with that team, like it affects your physiology. And then the other thing I learned is like, well, traditionally we were hunter-gatherers. So throwing something and hitting a target, like meeting the mark, was a very celebrated thing. If you could hit a target from really, really far away, like you were like, hey, good, you're gonna get us food. Like, great. Like it's so evolutionary, it's consistent. And so that makes sense why a lot of sports are like, okay, like here's a ball and you have to get it in that target. Like that's what you have to do. And then they add competitive elements and teams and stuff like that. Like sports kind of seem to embody human nature and how we were evolutionary brought up, and how we were evolutionary conditioned.
You might call it extravagant.
So that's why a lot of sports make sense. That's fine. That's fair enough. And then a fighting, of course, is fighting. Like that's a primal thing. But there's expressions of skill and stuff like that. So how do I put it?
The legendary Well, I'm not sure.
I don't intuitively understand sports. I don't understand why people like them. I don't understand why people like watching them, etc. But
It's getting a little depressing.
in understanding how the mechanisms work, I can understand why people like sports, and from there, I can also enjoy sports myself. So I can admire certain things about sports and certain things, but it's only through understanding. It's not through like, oh yeah, this just by default tickles my fancy. I really don't like that saying. I don't like that saying at all.
I can hear. Would you like? Let's have. I dedicate this performance to my sister Adelina.
I didn't get a chance to say this last night, but I really enjoyed your conversation about faith, religion. I like hearing your perspectives. Oh, thanks, man. I don't really remember what I talked about too much, but I appreciate it. Oh, no, I do. Thanks. I like watching equestrian sports. My girlfriend is a horse girl. So we went to watch horse riding. It wasn't riding. It was something. I don't know what it was, but it was our horses. It was like they were jumping, like they were doing a course, and they were jumping over a bunch of things, and then they were scored on. They were scored on, like, you know, if they nailed all the jumps, if they didn't nail all the jumps, etc. And, hold on, let me just do this. They were scored on, you know, if they basically made the jumps. And then it was really long. It was a really long event. And it's, again, it's not intuitive to me to be like, oh yeah, this is super enjoyable, like, and here's why. But what I did notice is that horses are big. Like, they are big, heavy animals. And it's really impressive how they can move and have so much muscle when all they eat is fucking grass. Like, riding a horse does not look easy at all. So that part I could appreciate about watching this, like watching the riders, you know. Like, I would not be surprised if they had zero ball sack. Like they're just crushed. They're jumping, and then it's like, okay. And then I was talking to her about like what's going on, and she's like, oh well, this rider is not reeling in her horse properly, or this rider is, you know, being a little bit too lax, or this rider, you know, it was interesting to see the dynamic between the horse and the rider. Yeah. But I don't know much more about it other than that. Like it doesn't what's it called? I don't just, I was gonna say randomly, but it's not random. I don't just get positive emotions from watching horses do things. But it was still cool. At what age did you lose your virginity? What are you talking about, man? You think I've lost it? Me and my girlfriend, we just hold hands. Sometimes we don't even do that. Sometimes we just hold pinkies. Because it's like hands are too much. And their cocks are massive. Yeah, horses have big dicks. This is true. How you broke down the Old Testament? Oh, thanks, man. It's just something I saw. Is that people will continuously just go to what's bad for them. They will just do this. This is just something that happens. It's human nature. Do you think women who ride horses are all tops? No. I think I don't know what it is. Like I don't think there are horse guys the same way there are horse girls. Like there seems to just be something where women have some kind of special affinity to bond with horses to a greater extent than guys. Like maybe I'm wrong, but that seems accurate. It's not the cocks. At least I hope not, because then... It does seem that way, doesn't it? I wonder what that is. The only thing I could think about is it would have to be related to erotica. Whereas like the whole theme behind erotica, like, you know, it's the whole civilizing a monster. Like the most popular forms of erotica are, what is it? Vampire, billionaire, pirate, like a werewolf, and I can't remember the other one, but it's something beast-like. And the whole theme of oh shit, I was supposed to go back here. You chased me all that way, huh? The whole theme of it is taking a monster and civilizing him. And so from what I understand, it's like this monster, like, you know, this force of nature, and not necessarily like in a bad way, but like, you know, very rough, like, you know, very like a werewolf. And then the idea that, yeah, he is a monster, but he listens to you, like, so that you can calm him down and create some form of, I wouldn't say it's like it's almost like a submission. Yeah, almost sort of like a submission. Like if she says no, then the monster like calms down and is like, okay. But if anyone else says it, then he just tears them apart. Like that seems to be a common theme. And so the only thing I could think about is like a horse is like a big, it's not a predator obviously, but you know, a big hulking mass. Like it's really like, it's like a, you know, and horses aren't dumb, they're smart. So the idea of a girl being able to, I wouldn't say civilize a horse, because it's not like she's gonna like, you know, live with the horse in the house or something like that. But I think maybe it taps into something there.
I know
where it's like, how do I put it?
At the house, Master Vinny with it to the house of...
Where it's like the bond is characterized on the idea that you can bring this, you know, very strong animal I wouldn't say under your control, because it's not that, but you can almost be of use to each other. Like it's a symbiotic, like I tell you where to go and it's good for you, and you deal with all the fucking muscle work and all the stuff that I can't do. I think there's something there. My buddy's ex got her jaw kicked off by a horse. Yeah, I don't understand why people stand behind horses. I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it, because I'm terrified. I don't want to get kicked by a horse, so I will never stand behind a horse. And if I am behind a horse, I'm going to be, like, very agitated. So I don't understand why people stand behind horses. Okay, let's go. I fucked up, chat. I fucked up because I was being greedy. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I can't get out of here. This is gonna take a while, chat. Okay, we didn't get a fire attack. I can't believe I managed to save that fight. Jesus.
Incredible! You
I'm good. I'm so now that it's tough. As a man of it, if it will.
Okay, we gotta run, chat. Yeah, for some reason we didn't get the fire attack there. I feel bad because I like to showcase the dodge of the fire attack on runs. So it kind of sucks that this run does not have the fire attack, and people are going to be like, "Wow, he didn't dodge the fire attack. I wanted to see that." If anybody wanted to see me dodge the fire attack, there's like an individual Romeo boss fight I have on YouTube as well that shows me dodging the fire attack. So, just in case. Yeah, Romeo was acting really weird as well in the second phase. Like, really strange. I also did one too many R2s when he was staggered, which made it so I had to deal with more attacks, but that's okay, we made it through. Oh my god, he's still coming. Alright, so this was not good. And I'm out of fire, so this is even worse now. So much. Whew. Who believed in you more than me? I'll wait? What do you mean? What did, what channel points? What are you talking about? Oh! Is etiquette? No, etiquette's not replaced. Are you following JBP still? How does he fare in these times? What does that mean? Like, is he healthy? Yeah, I think he's healthy. Do I follow him still? Yes, I do. I missed it. Oh, I see. No mames! I don't even know why I made that a channel point redemption. I don't think I have had enough. Whew. JBP disappointed me about Ukraine. Alright, well, I have no idea. I don't know. The only thing I can take from that is I don't like the word disappointed. I don't like when people say disappointed because there's implications behind disappointment. It's like, hey, do you like cheese? And you're like, yes. And the person's like, you disappoint me. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Dude, I disappoint you. Like what, is cheese bad? Is it, and are you a person who comes from a place of all knowing that cheese is bad? Cheese is the devil? You disappoint me. That's the only thing I can say is from that statement is like, yeah, I don't know. I guess the only other thing I can say is
Exhibition of a nightmare.
There's a strange thing that happens for public figures, streamers as well. When people assess them, it's almost like this person did something that I don't like. And instead of that being the case, like, oh, they did something I don't like, or they hold an opinion that I don't share. Instead of it just being that, it's now I feel animosity towards them. It's something that happens very frequently, but the reality is like we're just people, like just humans. Like everybody's just a human, you know. And 100, like, is there? If you find another person, are you going to agree on everything? No, of course not. Of course not. Zero chance you will. Right? 100% you will disagree on at least something, and probably something that holds high importance. But when that happens to public figures, people don't acknowledge it as just like something that happens, and they almost turn it into a reason to be annoyed or offended or something.
I know my...
Where am I? What am I doing? What am I doing?
At the house.
I burped. Sorry, guys.
Antonia's, I knew we're all me as well. I'll use my power. I'll use my...
Like, disappointed for me is like a father regarding their son. Like, son, you have disappointed me. It's not it's very different from I'm upset with you.
I don't know. I have
It's
no can a puppet.
something. There's someone else there.
It exists. I have no. If I may, thank you. No matter what fate.
I'm playing Dave the Diver. What? Enjoy Dave the Diver. Okay, you guys are going a little bit crazy right now. I'll be honest. I need acid. No, I need fire. Your chat gets weird. It does get weird sometimes. Like, it's just like, where did that come from? It doesn't make sense. Fable Catalyst. How many Fable Catalysts do I have? That's what I need. That's 3. Sure, we'll go with it. What the fuck? These things are crazy, man. Oh my god. See how fast he moved? Okay, back up. Back up. Back up. There you go. Okay, it worked. Just gave up, okay. He confused himself with the wave. He did say really dumb things about Ukraine, even more sinister. Spreading messages like giving it to the bully and so on. I do stand about what he just pointed in this regard, and he savaged himself. Fair, like again, it's just weird to me. It's like it's a weird position for. How do I put it? Okay, so here's someone that is very academically successful, like very academically successful, and not only very academically successful, but very. Hold on. very academically successful and very wise. Like he's someone who's helped countless amounts of people, and someone who's suffered greatly in his life and come out on top. Come out on top is the word there. Like he's done some ridiculous things and withstood ridiculous circumstances that the majority of other people wouldn't be able to do it, and he's done so with dignity and grace. He's done things that I would not think other people were even remotely capable of, and then so if I were to be like, I am disappointed in him because I disagree with him, or because I saw a mistake he made, I'd be like, who the fuck am I to be disappointed in him? Like, you know, it's like being it's like how do I put it? It's like going and watching Hercules and being like, I'm disappointed that Hercules could not lift as much as I wanted him to lift. It's like, what do you mean disappointed? Like, Hercules can lift you like 1 billion times over. It's like he can run circles around you. What are you talking about disappointed? Like, disappointed is the wrong word. You can be like upset, like you can be like in disagreeance, but disappointed, yeah, it doesn't make sense. He didn't lift that boulder, didn't he though? I thought he did. He picked it up and threw it at the Hydra. I don't know about the actual story. I'm disappointed in you, man. Okay. Acid. Let's get some Fable. Sure. Okay, here we go. Carcass.
Open your eyes! Gaze upon the new world! The new world belongs to us!
Okay, did it. Panicked at the end there.
I'm surprised. I've known you, but even you've seen. What do you? I'm sorry. The disease. The S.
Hi, the great Skelly. Hey, Skelly. Hey, look at you. You popped up. What's going on, big boy? How's the turtles?
The Isle of Alchemists. According to the guide, Vanini visited that place.
You have a point. Okay, I understand.
Yes.
Ciao, brother. But
You got that
a
wrong.
moment. The Alchemist.
It's working. You can watch it work.
That's
Good
right,
for
no,
you,
on
man.
I won't ever. Now go.
I'm 2 splits behind. Thank you. Alright, chat. I'm 2 splits behind. His second phase is Carcass. Liza P, very good actually today. Got a good run going. I think I can do this. Well, I know I can do this now. It's just making it happen. I've done this enough. I've done this enough. Now I just got to focus. But I do have to focus. Chat. I do have to focus. So, you guys entertain yourselves, okay?
This place is... Okay,
Right now I
there's no easy
can't.
way to say this, but it's a puppet graveyard.
There's too much going on in this split.
Illegal dumpings.
I can't
The
just...
city tried to stop it, but eventually we had much bigger concerns. If the Grand Exhibition's horrific solution spread this far too, it's just too terrible to think about. Oh, why am I thinking about it?
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, double D's. It's weird that someone who's so wise is also wise. Alright, here we go.
Those damn alchemists. The terms of the bargain.
Oh,
In fairness,
they say
I have absconded.
Okay.
You're a worthy hunter.
I am not a streamer anymore, that's correct. Hi. just say one thing here because I'm reading chat. Is like the only thing I'll say is like there's this really weird thing that people do nowadays where they're like, someone should only speak publicly about things they know about. I don't think that's true at all. I think you should speak about whatever you want, however you want, as long as, like, the responsibility there is you're being honest. So, like, for example, hey, Froz, what's your opinion on this? Oh my god. I don't know too much about this, but here's my opinion. I think that's completely reasonable. And then we can even nix the first part and say, today I was walking down the road and I thought about this. I was thinking about cars, and guess what? Isn't it weird that cars have like 4 wheels instead of 3? Like, it's like, I don't see the reason why anybody should ever be like, oh, I don't know about this, so I shouldn't talk about it. It doesn't make sense. It's just your opinion. Just you give your opinion. That's fine. Why not? You can also say when a person speaks about things you know nothing about, it sounds like that's true. That is completely true. Yes, I agree. When someone speaks about something they know nothing about, that you can be like, yeah, that guy's an idiot. That's fine. That's fair enough. Or an idiot on that topic if you want to be more specific. But I don't like the... They shouldn't. They shouldn't speak on that topic. Like this is something they shouldn't do. Yeah, let them talk. Critique it, whatever you want to do, but... The shouldn't is a weird part for me. It doesn't make sense.
Whoa! An earthquake! That came from the direction of Krat Central Station.
Shouldn't, not muscle?
Bad, pal. Really, really bad.
I wouldn't say they should. Yeah, it might not be the best thing. Like, it might not be ideal. But as for they shouldn't, like there's unspoken rules, like if you have to have some unspoken rules for how you behave, unwritten rules, sorry, and it's like, well, I shouldn't talk about this because I know nothing about it. It's like, no, fuck that. Just talk about it, man. Go for it. Put that out there. Why not? Say what you want to say about it. You know? Obviously don't lie. Be like, I know 100% that dogs have feelings of love and empathy for cats. Like, you don't do that. But you could easily say, like, yeah, when my dog hangs out with my cat, my dog really loves my cat. And whenever I see my friends' dogs hang out with their cats, the dogs really love the cats. I think dogs might love cats. I think that's a fine statement. Right? Like, it's clearly, like, it's I don't think it's right. I think there's something wrong with that. That's inaccurate. But I think it's completely okay to be able to do that. Like, that seems completely fine. What am I doing? I am getting... Arm of God. And quartz.
Lady, I have heard about these. This I shall open. No matter serving.
I feel like Froz has a big one. A heart? Big heart? You're right, man.
So you should have told
the reverse Grinch.
I will help. Whatever choice you...
Capacity 17, that's correct. Got the quartz. Got this, got that. Switch to fire. I have fire. Do I have fire? Fire and blitz. Okay, this is a hard one. I need to concentrate. You guys stop fucking talking about shit that I want to comment on. Just let me focus. First slot. Okay, here we go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Panic there, chat. That was straight panic.
I knew. Do it.
That wasn't even that tough of a fight.
Last hero weapon is in my hand.
Okay. Okay, I just need to calm down. I need to calm down. This is easy. This is easy. There's no reason to be tense right now. This is all straightforward. No problem. Don't really have to worry about too much or anything. I can't be lax. I don't want to be lax, but at the same time, I don't want to be super tense either.
Please.
Okay. I have fire there. Yes, I'm good. I'm good. Looks like we're good. Ice cream award? Oh man. Gotta do handstands tomorrow though. Should I really have ice cream? It'd be really cool if I got ice cream. to get the run. But shouldn't I do it on Friday? Just to... Because I got to film my handstands this week. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? What just happened? I can't tell you what happened there. I cannot tell you what happened there. I can't. I don't know why 3 of them followed me up. That never happens. Ugh. No ice cream. Shit, man. Shit. That wasn't even that hard. Fuck. Fuck. Ah, fuck, man. All right, I gotta eat. I gotta eat, and I gotta. That sucks, man. Oh, Jesus. Let me just see. I'm just gonna run this. I don't care. Just to make sure. Actually, legit garbage. It. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Like, not 1, not 2, but 3 followed me, and the 3rd one was delayed. Like, it's just weird. And they were so fast too. It's not like they were so fast. They got to me before this gate opened. Like, what the hell is that? How did I aggro? There's 1. Where's the other 2? There's the other 2. But, like, see how slow they are? So even if they come up here, I go like this. This is exactly what they did. Okay, so then can I do this? I can do the same thing. It's not like they're hard. I don't like that though, chat. That's fucked up, man. I don't know what happened there. I honestly don't. Okay, I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna do a workout. Yeah, I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna do a workout. That's too bad, chat. I will be back later, and I'll do my best to get the run. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody, and turn on notifications if you want to catch the next one, because I don't have a specific time. Bye!